Hi everyone and welcome to the BTEC Sport information video. As you can see on the screen here, there are a few pieces of information that I want to start with throughout this video, and I'll go into a little bit more detail about some of these as we go through. Having studied a BTEC Sport qualification at Year 10 and Year 11, it does not stop you going into sixth form or further education and then higher education later. It is equivalent to a GCSE, but weighted slightly differently. For example, a distinction in BTEC Sport is worth around about an 8 to an 8.5 at GCSE. The BTEC course itself is a mixture of exams, coursework and practical, which is different to most of the GCSE courses. So as you can see on the screen now, it's 4 units across the 2 years of the BTEC Sport. Unit 1, Fitness for Sport and Exercise, 25% of your course. Unit 2, Practical Performance and Sport, 25% of your course. Unit 3, Applying the Principles of Personal Training, 25%. And then Unit 6, Leading Sports Activities, 25%. As you can see in the boxes, these are some of the key areas that you will be studying and looking at in each unit across the 2 years. Across the 4 units over the 2 years, there are a range of assessment methods. Unit 1, Fitness for Sport, is the externally assessed online exam, which is marked out of 60. This can be taken up to 2 attempts. It is a compulsory unit across the course. Unit 2, Practical Performance and Sport, you have 3 assignments in total. 2 of those are coursework based and written assignments, which you will do online on the computer. One of the assessments for Unit 2 is also a practical assessment in 2 sports, which is generally basketball and badminton. You have to at least perform an individual and a team sport. Unit 3, Applying the Principles of Training, you have 4 pieces of coursework. Again, this is a mixture of PowerPoint presentations, labelled diagrams and written documents. And then in Unit 6, Leading Sports Activities, you have 3 assignments in total. You are, in the first assignment, needing to plan a sports session. You then lead the sports session to a group of younger students, and then you review the session. For all of the pieces of coursework that you will be doing throughout the 2 years, you have a first submission deadline. The member of staff who is teaching you will then give you individual personalised feedback with the view of helping you to get on to the next grade level. You then have 10 working days in which to make those changes prior to a second final deadline. The idea being that you will have the opportunity to pass or progress your grade on from first hand in. So what are some of the skills and qualities that we would expect from BTEC Sport students? And inquire in mind, BTEC Sport is not just about playing sport, it's about learning about the theory behind it. Learning about the theory of the human body, so we look at the makeup of the cardiorespiratory system and the musculoskeletal system and how they are impacted through physical activity. It's important that you are organised and able to meet submission deadlines. If you miss them, that can significantly affect your overall grade. Work on feedback, and the independent nature of BTEC Sport is we will require you to work independently for the vast majority of this. The coursework that you produce has to be your own. And we would expect you to be a role model for students in PE, but both in your own lesson and also throughout your time at Henry Box School. Thank you very much for listening, and if you do have any further questions, please ask your PE teacher.